Okay, YouTube. All right. So today, what I'm gonna do, if I can, we gonna eat together. But before we eat together, I need to lift a few weights, and it's easy weights. So today I got two 10-pounders, and I need to do 20 of these. Okay, that's 20. I need to do three X, 1, 2, 3. And I need to do 3 sets of them. So that was the bicep thing. Full disclaimer here. I'm an old lady doing the best I can, so my form might not be right, and I may not be doing it the expert way. The trainers want you to do it. I'm just trying to get some weights lifted so I can not lose so much muscle mass so fast as I continue to age. So love me where I am. So now I'm supposed to do this exercise, and I got this thing on. Let's see if I can do it. Ooh-wee. Okay. Word to the wise. Work out while you're young, because when you get old, it gets too hard. This. And now these, I'm supposed to do just 12 of these, because they so hard. But I need to rest in between because it's so hard for me, because I can feel the burning in my arms already. And no, I'm not in shape, and I know it, and it's okay. Because as long as you're making progress, that's happiness, baby. And so I'm happy that I'm making progress. So here I go. Sit down. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, wee-wee. Lord have mercy. Let me plug this power in, so this, in case y'all asking me any questions. Hold on, I'm gonna have to take this mic off right quick. Ooh-wee. Oh, shit. That's just one set. Lord have mercy. Oh, it's hell being old. My mama used to tell me that all the time. Child, take care of yourself, because it's hell getting old. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me put this back on before I forget. I'm a work in progress, y'all. I'm a work in progress. Okay. Okay. Let's get the second set done. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. Hooey. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Oh, that's that one. Let's do this one. I think my arms are supposed to be up higher than they are, but this is the best I got today. Golly. Oh, golly. Oh. Hooey. Hooey. We gonna eat, y'all. In a few minutes, we gonna eat. But I felt like I needed to get this out of the way first. And since I was getting it out of the way, I felt like why not put it online live with you guys so that I can go back and watch it and look at my form and see where I need to make a course correction. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it. All right. 12 of these bad boys. Hardest one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Lordy, 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 Lordy. Whew. That's 2 done. 2 sets done. Whew. Oh, Mama, you were right. Jesus. We got one more set to do. And then we can get to this food. Let me take these glasses off of this. Ooh wee. Okay, let's go. You know, I know some of y'all may say, well, you resting up too much in between sets. Whatever. I might be resting up in between sets, but here's my philosophy on this, because I'm not trying to be like ripped. I'm not trying to have super hard legs and arms and stuff like that. I'm not trying to look like a linebacker. I'm not trying to look like a tight end. I'm just trying to do stuff that old people supposed to be doing to stay as healthy and fit as possible. That's all I'm trying to do, y'all. That's the whole agenda. Ooh. Ooh. And for me, it's work. I can already tell. It is so crazy. I can already tell after just doing those 2 sets. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Let's get this other part in. Gotta watch this with this string. Ooh-wee. Golly. Y'all. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Now here's the hard part. Here's the hardest part. I gotta get this down. I hope y'all having a good day today. Oh shit, let me take these glasses off. I hope y'all having a good day today. Whew. That left arm is weak. I can't do no more. Oh. Okay, so what is actually supposed to happen? Oh God. That heart rate is up. It feels so good, but it's like, whew, you feel it, but it feels good. So what I was actually supposed to do in between each one of those sets was to take this ball and do sit-ups on this ball. But I think what I'm gonna do is, after I eat, I think I'm gonna do my sit-ups all at one time. That's kind of, I'm not supposed to do it that way. That's not what the mean training lady told me to do. It's just how I want to do it. Only because I'm going live with you guys. I don't want to have to get down and all that kind of stuff. So I felt like I could do work after I eat and let my food digest. I can do the ball work then. I'd have to do like 50 sit-ups on the ball doing this, you know, coming up like that, doing 50 sit-ups. And I've got to do 3 sets of those. So it's basically 150 sit-ups. And then that would complete my quote, go on a walk and do 2 to 2.5 miles of walking. And then just sit in my backyard and chill and have me some water and stuff. And that would be the end of the workout for the day. So I do the weights twice a week. On Wednesdays, I'm with the lighter weights, the 2 10-pound weights. On Monday, I use a combination of 2 10-pounds plus 2 15-pounds. That's the best I could do right now, y'all. That's the best I could do right now. And so I've got a list of exercises that I do on Monday. And on the rest of the week, I'm just really just walking. And I need to get back into, I had dropped out of doing Mari Windsor's 20-minute 20-minute Pilates workout that I downloaded off YouTube years ago. It is a great workout, y'all. It is a great 20-minute workout. And I got out of the habit of doing that when the weather got cold, and I have like seasonal depression, and so I got out of work doing that, but I need to get back into doing that. And so the workout, my whole complete workout would include getting up, meditating, journaling, doing the 20-minute Mondays and Wednesdays, and then walking every day of the week. Every day of the week, unless it's raining and storming or some crazy stuff going on, walk every day. And so I'm trying to lose some weight because over the winter, because when I do have seasonal depression, you know, depressed people eat a lot. So the cold weather I can't stand, even though I was raised in Chicago, I can't stand cold weather. And, you know, a lot of people are talking about how light-skinned Beyonce look right now. And what people don't realize is that we literally change colors in the wintertime. I know one time my niece came over to my house during the winter and she thought I was just terminally ill. It's like, Aunt Val, what has happened to you? You're so light-skinned, girl. The vitamin D gets drained from my body in the cold months, and I literally look totally different. So I understand what's going on with Beyonce and her skin tone and stuff. Just like Alex Rodriguez, isn't his name Alex Rodriguez, just came out and basically said he got a tan when he went to the DR, I think. I think he said he was Dominican, and he son, and just like that, and his son does the same thing to me too. But I don't even know what the point I was trying to make because I'm huffing and puffing. So anyway, let me wash my hands, y'all, and let's eat some food. Let's eat. It's what, 12:30 Houston time. I haven't eaten since the last live I did yesterday. So I haven't eaten since about 2 o'clock yesterday. So I also try to do the intermittent fasting because I'm trying to lose weight. But you know what? I would do intermittent fasting even if I wasn't trying to lose weight. I think it's just such a great way because I've never, ever been a breakfast kind of girl. Like, let me just get up and stuff my face with some food. But I do the intermittent fasting. So it's time for me to eat. And I'm not super hungry, but I'm getting ready to eat we getting ready to grill. Microphone off, let me wash my hands, and I've already got the food prepared, and let's plate up. Hold on, let's take 5, go to the bathroom. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, let's move this laptop. All right, let me get something out. Oh, did I already? No, I didn't. All right. Here we go. Let me get this microphone back on. And this is one of the things we're going to eat today. This is just one of the things we're going to eat today. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this microphone back on. And let me move this laptop in this chair over so I can see what y'all are saying, if y'all are saying anything. Okay, so we're going to start off today with a fake Waldorf salad. So instead of using just a bed of lettuce like they put a Waldorf salads on, I got curly kale, I've got a Honeycrisp apple, I've got some celery, I've got some walnuts, And instead of doing, I did not want a mayonnaise vinaigrette. I ain't trying to eat a whole bunch of mayonnaise. So what I did instead was create a vinaigrette out of honey mustard, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of lemon juice. And so that's what I squeezed on here. And again, I squeeze salt, pepper, cayenne on everything, pretty much everything that I eat, y'all. And let's get down. But let me get some hot sauce because we also gonna eat some sardines and crackers too. We're gonna eat these sardines, but I need some hot sauce. I got onions, I got crackers. We're gonna eat some sardines and crackers to go with it because I gotta have protein, y'all. I gotta get my protein. And this has one can of sardines has 18 grams of protein. And what people don't know, because I know I didn't know this, I never even really thought about this, is that sardines have a lot of vitamin D. So it says it has 50% of your daily requirement for vitamin D. That is crazy. And it's got a little bit of potassium. I told y'all before that I need potassium. Let me eat the salad first, and then we'll go get some hot sauce for the sardines when we're ready to eat the sardines. I forgot to bring the hot sauce in here. But let's eat this salad right now, baby. So one of the things, if you're new here, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. And one of the things that I wanted to do with my channel is that you see all of these people online that's, you know, eating all of this different food and stuff, and most of the food is like not healthy food. I wanted to do sort of the same thing, but give you some ideas that would trigger you with some healthy food. So, and all the stuff that I eat not gonna be healthy, but for the most part, it's gonna be, you know, nutritious food. And especially since we're getting ready to go in the spring, y'all, we get ready to do some serious good eating, baby. We get ready to go into the spring and all the vegetables and fruits getting ready to become like ready for us. We're gonna do some good eating this year. Thank you, God. Thank y'all for joining me. Yeah, that Coleman's mustard just takes this honey mustard up a whole notch. Imagine you got some chicken fingers and you want to do a honey mustard dressing. Try it with Coleman's mustard. It kicks it up to another level. That's good. I'm so glad I got them weights out of the way. I'm so glad I got them weights out of the way. Man. So what y'all want to chat about today while we eat? I got some things that I want to talk about. I wanted to ask y'all a question. I wrote an article about this in my Substack. When y'all were growing up, did your moms or grandmoms used to say, don't run in the house, I got a cake in the oven. Or don't slam that screen door, I got a cake in the oven. Or don't be jumping in the house, I got a cake in the oven. I wrote an article about it because I remember Mama telling us that growing up, and I never understood why. And so the oldest living person in my family is like 86, a cousin. So I had my sister contact my cousin and ask her, and she said, because that cake got to set, you know how older people talk, because that cake got to set, and before that cake set, if you in there jumping around in the kitchen and stuff, it's gonna sink to the bottom. It's gonna sink in the middle. And so I did a couple of Google searches on it, and Google did mention something about the air bubbles and stuff like that. And believe it or not, when I was raising my children and I put cakes in the oven, I would tell them the same thing, and I didn't even know why I was saying it. It's because we get in the habit, good or bad, y'all. good or bad. So I'm wondering how many other people were told that. Don't run in the house, I got a cake in the oven. You know, my mother never had a cake that failed, that sunk in the middle. Never. Never. So I wanted to know that y'all have that same experience. This salad is so good, y'all. Man, if I had thrown some anchovies on this, woo, Lord Jesus. Your kids will eat this. It's got enough sweetness from the apples. And you know the kale is one of the dark leafy greens we need to be eating more of anyway, instead of lettuce. I want to encourage y'all to try to buy dark leafy greens instead of lettuce and substituting them out in your salads. And all you got to do, you do not need to massage kale. You do not need to massage green, dark leafy green vegetables. That is not the truth. You do not. All you need to do, squeeze lemon on them, lime on them, orange on them, grapefruit, some sort of acid. Squeeze something on them and let them sit for a few minutes, and it will cut that bitter bite that's in those greens. It will, y'all. I've been doing this for years, and I have never, ever, ever massaged a green. It will cut that bite. Now, in all fairness, my tongue has been trained to accept them too, so maybe that's a little of it too. But try it. Just try it. Squeeze a little lemon on it. It's not going to cut it completely, y'all. I want to be perfectly clear. It's not going to cut it completely, but it will cut that bite some. And I want to encourage y'all to just get y'all some kale, get you some collards, get y'all some Tuscan kale, the darker kale. Squeeze a little lemon on it, let it sit while you're cutting up all the other toppings that you're going to put in the salad. And then once the salad is completed, squeeze a little bit more lemon on everything, and then season it how you're going to season it and dress it however you're going to dress it. And I'm telling you, you got you an enjoyable salad, and you got you something nutritious that your children will eat. They will eat this. Let me tell you how I know. One of my neighbors was having a garden party probably 5-6 years ago. And I made collard greens everybody loves. I made this salad. People showed up for the garden party, and they brought their children with them. And their children were asking for seconds and thirds of the salad because it was that good. All we got to do is just give our kids a chance, y'all. Give them a chance. We shouldn't have 5 and 6 first graders weighing 80 and 150 pounds. We shouldn't have that. We should be appalled at that. That ain't cool. You're not giving them a chance at life. You're not. Okay, so enough of that. But y'all get the point. Try it. Just get a little bit. I'm not saying go overboard like I got a whole plate full of greens here. You don't have to go overboard like I'm doing, but this is what I eat on a regular basis, so this is what I love. But try it. And girls, if you want to know the secret to all that retinol A and pretty skin, baby, it's in these dark leafy greens. And your chlorophyll, it's in these dark leafy greens. That's where it is. Just eat more of them. So that's that. So I wanted to ask y'all, did y'all have that experience about the cake? But here's another experience I wanted to ask. Let me look over here. The dads, because most of the time it was the mom and grandmom's cooking and the aunties. When they baked the cake, my mom always made a test cake. And she would make a test cake. She would, they didn't have KitchenAids and all of that. They would do everything with their hands. Them girls, man, that fat was, them girls were working the bowls. And so what they would do, they would take a little pan and take a spoonful of that cake butter and plop it into that pan and throw it in the oven, and that was what was called the test cake or the mini cake. That was the cake before the real cake got cooked. And so they put it in the oven, and my sister and I would stand next to the oven and wait on the test cake, because that was the cake the mama let us sample, because all she was trying to do was just make sure the cake was all right, because they wasn't doing measurements and stuff. They just weren't. So the cake would come out of the oven. Mama would take a little bit of pinch, taste it, and give it her seal of approval, break it in half, and then give me and my sister the other half, and we would eat the test cake. Y'all, I'm telling you, that cake was so good. That cake was so good. And the other things that they did was, the only time you got sweets, and we really need to try to get back to this, the only time you got sweets was on the weekend. So sweets were generally on Sunday, because everybody was baking cakes and peach cobbler and pies and stuff for the church. You know, because the church was selling chicken dinners, or the church had a bake sale, or something was always going on with the church with food, okay? So the cakes and stuff were made on the weekend, and that was really the only time. You didn't have money to go to the store and buy no doggone potato chips and pops, and who had money for that? We didn't have money for that. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to that. And so they would only fix desserts on the weekend, and it was fabulous. My point is, do we need to get back to some of them old traditions? I think we do. If we can, I think we do. I don't think it's too late. I think we just have to train ourselves and our children. Classic example. When you're moving into a new home and you stock in your pantry. Well, not necessarily a new home, just you stock in your pantry. All the stuff that we're buying is in packages. We gotta get past that, y'all. We gotta get so past that. I would suggest we do stuff with the freezer more than in packages. And when I say stuff with the freezer, I mean, you make up a big batch of cookies and you freeze the dough. You cook up some cakes and you freeze them. You can freeze all of this stuff, y'all. And if you got a vacuum sealer, not only can you freeze it for months, you can freeze it for a longer time if you can get all of that air out of there and freeze it. Man, we need to do better. That's the point I'm trying to make. Some kids don't even know what some vegetables are, including grown kids. Now, I don't have a vegetable garden. I do have a fruit tree, like a lime tree, apple tree, orange tree, that kind of stuff. I like that better, because a vegetable garden for me right now at this point in my life is too much. It's more work than I want to do. Not that it's too much work. It's more work than I want to do right now. Okay? So I prefer the fruit trees right now, because you plant the fruit tree, you fertilize the fruit tree, and you leave it up to God, baby. I like it like that. So this was about 2 cups of lettuce, not lettuce, 2 cups of curly kale, which I think is about what they recommend you eat every day. Now, if you're not used to doing that, you can't just start off doing that. You got to work your way up to this stuff. And I have a juicer, but I'm not fond of juicing. And let me tell you why. I believe, as I'm sitting here right now, chewing this food, that my teeth and my mouth and the saliva in my mouth is doing whatever it needs to do to help the nutrients get in my system. Now, this is something I can't prove, y'all. This is just my logical way of thinking. It might not be true. It's my logical way of thinking. I'm thinking that my teeth and my gums and what's going on in my mouth is doing a lot of the work that needs to be done to get the nutrients to wherever they need to go in my body. That's what I think is happening in my mouth when I eat anything. And if I juice, I've basically given that work over to the blender. And so I'm just drinking it. And do you still get the nutrients? Probably. But does my teeth get what it needs? Does my gums get what it needs? I guess that's kind of my philosophy on that. So I do have a juicer. Because at one time in my life, I was juicing. And plus, I don't like throwing all of the fiber away. That's the other reason why I don't like juicing. All of the stuff that I actually need gets thrown away. And no, I get it that it don't have to get thrown away, because you can take the pulp from juicing and turn it into muffins and whatever else y'all turn it into. But I just like eating. I just like eating, y'all. I just like eating. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, I'm not a fan of juicing. Not a fan of juicing at all. Y'all tell me how y'all think I did with the weightlifting today. If y'all know something about weightlifting, was I bad form, good form, what? Where do I need to improve? Y'all saw it. I won't see it till I go back and watch the replay. But I'm trying to get better. Now, I admit by me eating this kind of stuff, everybody's mouth watering for this. I get it. It's not fried fish. It's not fried chicken. It's not mashed potatoes. It's not mac and cheese, all that stuff we love. I get it. I get it. I do. But we got to get better at showing people, number one, how you can cook your own food at home. Number one. And it's better than anybody else can cook for you. And that's what people don't get. That's what people really don't understand. If you get to a point where you can cook your own food at home, over time you will find that can't nobody cook food better than you for you. So let me kind of explain that. You can go out to eat at a 5-star restaurant, a Michelin star restaurant, and the food is delicious. But just remember, part of the food experience out there is about the experience, so the food has to be about artistry and all of that. You come home and you cook you something and you've kind of got that meal down pat. You got you some lasagna down pat. You got you some meatloaf down pat. You got you a pot of beans down pat. You got you some greens down pat. You got you some chicken down pat. You know how to do that really, really well. Nobody is going to be able to cook it at the level of your satisfaction better than you for you. Trust me on that. That's the truth. Nobody. Nobody. I don't care if it's Gordon Ramsay or any of these other famous chefs. I'm telling you. So we got to get to the point to where we're cooking our own food. And then the other reason we got to get there is because, man, I did an Uber Eats run once. Because even though I'm an old lady, I like to keep up with what's going on in the world. I'm like, okay, I'm going to order me some fried chicken from my favorite fried chicken restaurant. And I'm going to do Uber Eats because I don't want to go. I just want to see, I wanted to experience it. Got my fried chicken, it was good. But I paid twice as much for it. Not because of the restaurant, because of the Uber Eats fees. So something that would normally cost me, let's say, $12. And they're paying almost $30 for it by the time you had to tip in for a person. And that's where a lot of y'all money is going. So I want to encourage y'all to cook your own food. You'll save money. Because basically, young people are being priced out of owning a home, which is crazy because in order to rent, they basically telling you got to qualify like you buying a home. That was just nuts when I found out that these young people are having to justify and prove that they make 3 times their salary. Who does that? 3 times their rent, I'm sorry. 3 times their rent. You qualify for a house then. That's nuts to me. So start cooking your own food. And so that's another piece of where I wanted to go live and showing what I eat. Number one, because people, even the vegans and vegetarians, never sit there and show you what they're eating. Now they'll show you the recipe. Okay, this is the day I did this with jackfruit and I did this. They'll show you the recipe, but you don't see them sitting down like you do to other folks, actually showing you what they're eating on a day-to-day basis and allowing that to trigger a thought process in your mind to where you know, okay, I might not want to eat this kale and apple salad, but I might want to eat the same salad using lettuce. I might not be ready for the dark leafy greens. It just triggers something, and that helps you get on your road to eating better. And so that's what I wanted to do with these lives. And I still haven't gotten the routine down of how often I'm gonna be coming on here and how often I'm gonna do it, because it's just all of it is just a test for me. I'm trying to find my space. But I think it's a good idea because I think the younger people need to know that you can eat healthy and you can cook your own food and it can be cheaper for you, and that could be one of the first places you use to save money. It's with your food. You don't have to eat out every day. That's why I did a video, and I may have even done a live on it, on meal prepping vegetables instead of meals. Because if you meal prep the vegetables, all you're doing when you're ready to eat is going to the refrigerator, grabbing what you're ready to eat. That's how I was able to fix this so fast. It was already ready by the time I came online, but I'm just saying, I just went to the refrigerator and said, what do I want to eat? I said, I know I want some sardines, but what else do I want? I said, okay, I got kale. I got the other kale in there if I wanted that. I got a few little collard leaves left if I want that. I've got some leftover. I had lentil beans and turnip bottoms yesterday. I got leftovers in there if I want that. I got all of this leafy green vegetables and all of these vegetables. I got bell peppers, I got onions, I got carrots. I got all of this stuff in there that's ready to be cooked or ready to be eaten raw, however I want to prepare it, and it's all clean, dry, and ready. And that's what I think people need to do more of, is meal prep their vegetables. Because it's easy to grab a piece of meat or a pound of ground beef and throw it in the skillet or throw it in the oven and cook that. But most people are not washing and cleaning and drying and storing away their vegetables properly, so the vegetables end up going in the trash. And I don't want that to happen to y'all. So I'm going to talk about that a lot. And I know I talk about it a lot on every live, but it's that important to me. It's that important to me. So, and one of the reasons I wanted to make these videos or go live or whatever is not necessarily for the live view. It's really for my grandchildren too. So when I'm not here anymore and my grandchildren want to keep up with what's going on and how I was eating, and if I live to an old age, how did my grandmama get to that old age? And if I don't, that's okay too, but I'm doing some of the right things that'll help me be as healthy as I can be. And I want them to see that. So I know that I'm going to keep doing these. I just don't know if they're going to be once a week or 3 times a week or 5 days a week. I generally try to save Saturday and Sunday for my own self, And sometimes I'll do some editing or I'll upload a short, but for the most part, I'm not doing much on Saturdays and Sunday. So I'm treating my YouTube channel right now like a job with flexible hours. But I'm also trying to serve the community and give the community something of value. And I hope you guys find value in it. I hope you do, because that's what I'm trying to do. And then just sharing my journey. I like sharing stories of how I grew up in the projects of Chicago and got out without becoming a statistic. Because most people I grew up with didn't, including some of my family members. I'll tell y'all one quick story. My mother used to send my brothers to the store to get whatever, bread, whatever, pop, whatever. And one day, she asked my brother to take me with him. She told my brother to take me with him. I was about, I'm gonna say about 9 or 10. My brother was about 17 or 18. And so we go into the store, and in Chicago, one of the things that I love about Chicago is the alleyways, the alleys. The alleys are paved with cobblestones. And every time I think about Chicago, I think about the cobblestone streets. The cobblestone alleys. They were so cool. I just vividly remember them as a little child. And then I also remember them because we used to have a dog, a German Shepherd, when I was growing up. And dogs back then are not like it is now. Dogs used to go walk themselves, y'all. Dogs used to walk themselves and come home when they knew it was time for them to eat. And dogs used to eat one time a day. I see folks online feeding their dogs 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. I'm like, what the? So the dogs used to go down the alleyways and go hook up with their friends and chill, go meet a little girlfriend. And then by the time, it was time for them to eat around 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, they'd come on home. Our dog would come on home. His name was Chico. And actually, we used to go to the back porch. Knowing that Chico was down the road, down the alley, we just say, Chico, chow time. Chico would bust out from wherever he was and come through that alley and come on. We lived on the 3rd floor. He'd come through that alley and come up them stairs and he'd eat and he'd be home the rest of the day. But all the dogs walked themselves. There wasn't very many dogs on leashes back then when I was growing up. But one of the things I liked about Chicago, back to the story, is the alleyways. So my brother and I go into the store, and my brother said, let's go this way. We going down the alley, and I'm like, where are we going? And down the alleyway, I see these guys in the alley. At the time, I didn't know what they're doing, but now I know that, as I got older, I realized what they were doing. They was drinking, and they were shooting craps. And my brother said, come on, girl. Mama said you lucky. Come on, go with me. I'm saying, okay, Mama said I'm lucky, so I don't know what I'm going with you for, but okay. So I'm walking through the alley with my brother, and these guys, now at the time, I probably thought these were old men. These guys, I probably thought were 30, 40, 50 years old. That's me as a little girl now. In hindsight, those guys were probably the same age as my brother, and I just didn't realize it. So we walk into the alley. My brother gets to where they are, they're on their knees shooting crap. And he says, okay, I'm gonna get in the game and my sister gonna shoot for me. And I'm looking at him like, I don't know, I'm gonna tell you what to do, girl. So I guess it gets around to my turn. And he said, just throw the dice, throw the dice. I throw the dice. I don't know what I hit. I can't even remember what the number was. And he said, okay, pick them back up and throw them again. And I kept throwing, I kept throwing, I kept throwing. And then he finally said, evidently it was some rule that if you weren't in the game, you couldn't touch the money, I guess, because he would say, pick up your money, girl, you won. And so I would pick up the money looking at him like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? And so this went on for, to me, it seemed like forever. It probably went on for a few minutes. But at the end of this whole cycle, my brother probably ended up winning like $40, $30, $40. So we go on to the store for my mom and we get the stuff for my mom. And my brother said, look, You can't tell Mama I took you to the alley to shoot craps with me. She'd say, you're always lucky. I just wanted to prove to you, you know you lucky now, girl. I said, okay, I guess I do. So we get to the store. He said, I'm gonna buy you something. I'm gonna buy you something for helping me out, but you can't tell Mama. I said, okay. He got the $30 or $40. Guess what I got, y'all? I got Baby Ruth. I got a Baby Ruth. And ever since then, I started calling my brother James, who's no longer here, I started calling him the Candy Man. I got a Baby Ruth for winning all the money in a crap game. And he got the money. That's just one of the stories that, to me as a child, growing up in hard conditions, a lot of times you know you poor, but you're a kid, so it's like you don't have no worries, you know what I'm saying? So even though I know I had a hard childhood because there were times where we didn't have nothing to eat and stuff like that, I think I was still okay as a kid. And it was probably because my mama was so positive and strong too. So, and food, because I grew up on days where we would eat what me and my sister would call air sandwiches and space soup. We were so poor that when we totally ran out of food for the month until the next welfare check and the food stamps came, me and my sister would pretend that we were eating. So we would hold our hands like we had a sandwich and we would bite out of it. Oh, girl, is your sandwich good? And she would say, yeah. Or we'd pretend we had a spoon like we were eating soup. And we would call it air sandwiches and space soup. And that's how we got through being hungry. Isn't that something? That still amazes me to this day. But how powerful the mind is and how we kind of psyched our own mind to get through the crap that we were going through as children that we had no control over or couldn't do anything about. But yeah, we had air sandwiches and space soup. That's what we used to call it. Me and my sister still talk about that to this day, 60 years later. So the point of those two stories is to say, food means so much to me because I know what it means to be hungry. I know what it means to not have food. And I know what it means to get a treat. That candy bar was a big treat for me from my brother. And what we're doing right now with our kids and our grandkids and our nieces and nephews, we're giving them too many treats for no reason. So they're overeating on a lot of junk food and stuff. So that's I'm trying to make that point. That we're just giving them too many treats. And the reason I like going back to as close as we can to just doing treats and sweets and stuff on the weekend is because it gives them something to look forward to and to work towards, all while they're eating better quality of food during the week. And I get it, y'all. I get it. I get that you're working. I get that you may have 5, 6, 7 kids. I get that rent is high. I get that I get it. I was raised in that. I get that total. But the thing that made us survive was that Mom and them cooked their own food and they knew how to make food stretch. They wasn't going to these fast food places because these fast food places wasn't around, but they knew how to make food stretch. And so we got to get back to making food stretch so that we can feed our family and still be able to keep a roof over our head. So that was the point of that story. I believe it's possible if we just all work together and build a community around us that can help us. Y'all stop moving into neighborhoods where y'all hate y'all neighbors. That's crazy to me. When you fighting your neighbor every other weekend, that's insane. What neighborhood would you want to be in where you can't stand to look at your neighbor? That's nuts to me. Our neighbors over here, we watch out for each other. And that's how it should be everywhere you move to. So then if something, now, I get it that some neighbors can't be trusted and all that. I get that too. I'm in the real world, so I get that. But, you know, you hear stories of people fighting their neighbors over their dogs, shooting their neighbors, and like, what? What? People don't know how to be neighborly no more? Come on now. Come on. I was just talking to one of my nieces this weekend saying, now that the weather is kind of broken here, and we're getting ready to hit our spring, we need to have a block party. We need to bring everybody together right while the mood is shifting in an upward tick. Because once spring hits, everybody seems to like, oh, thank God winter is over, especially in Texas, because, you know, our winters are not super hard, but we so dramatic with them. We so dramatic with them, you think it was the end of the world. So when spring hits, we need to celebrate. And I was telling her, I said, girl, we probably need to kick off the spring with a block party. And I remember block parties as a child growing up in Chicago. They don't have them a lot here in Houston, but block parties are awesome. And so hopefully that's another trigger for you. Maybe that's something you want to do with your family on your block. The city will block off the streets for you. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. You just have to contact whatever department you have to contact to get it done. But block parties are a thing. And we need to have more of them. Because even if you are not neighborly right now with your neighbors, you at least need to know who they are. You know what I mean? You need to know them. You need to know them. You need to know them. Yeah, we just about through with the salad. I'm going to bust these sardines open. I'm even not hungry, but I need this protein. Don't think ill of me because I'm not getting ready to go get a whole another plate, okay? Because this is a real person eating real food at a real home. We not on TV. We not the food cooking channels and all of that. I got some onions in this bag because I don't eat sardines without onions. And that's how I store my cut onions. So this is how I do sardines. Any bag that I use and I'm through with, I save these Ziploc bags and I put them on the counter. Or if I need to, I wash them out and dry them and reuse them and just let them air dry and reuse them. But I eat a lot of sardines, I eat sardines probably 3 times a week or more. So, but you don't want that sardine smell in your garbage can. So what I do when I open my sardines, I pour that liquid into the Ziploc bag. Put that in there. And pour that in there like that. We're gonna take these sardines out. There's only 3 big sardines, but they're big and good. They're big and good, baby. Okay, and now I got that liquid in the Ziploc bag. And I throw that in the trash can. And these onions, if I have any pieces left, I'll just put these onions on my plate. I want to eat this piece of it right here, on that piece right there, but the rest of it goes on my plate. And I put these onion pieces in the trash. So this goes in the trash. And then I got my premium saltine crackers, the best crackers in the world right here. I don't care what y'all say. Nobody can beat these crackers, baby. Nobody. These crackers have stood the test of time, baby. These right here. Got me some premium saltines. Put them there. Only thing I'm missing is hot sauce. Gotta have some hot sauce. I'm gonna wash that oil off my hands real quick. I got hot sauce and sriracha, so I don't know which one I want today. I'm gonna start with the hot sauce. But those were what? Wild Planet. I threw that thing in the trash. Those were Wild Planet sardines. And I like onions with my sardines. Damn, it's a good sardine. I was on that clock app yesterday, TikTok, and it was a video where somebody was showing you what canned sardines look like under a microscope. Did y'all see that? It was gross. I don't care. But really and truly, none of this food out here looks good under a microscope. All of it is horrible. I love sardines, and I'm going to continue to eat sardines. The other point I kind of wanted to make today is that we got to get back to eating like old people. Think about it. Both my parents lived till they were 90. I had one grandmother live till she was 105. They ate vegetables, they ate fruit, they ate sweets on the weekend, their cakes, pies, peach cobblers, whatever on the weekend. But what they ate most of the time, y'all, they ate beans and cornbread. They ate greens and cornbread. They ate sardines. They ate liver and onions. Okay, they ate cabbage. Okay, they ate potatoes. Okay, they ate some of the cheapest food out there. They ate neck bones. Okay, they ate some of the cheapest food out there available to us right now. But we won't eat that food, and we gotta get back into eating that food. Because guess what? Most of them lasted past 60, 70, 80 years old. Most of them did. And they lasted that long, even with heart conditions, diabetes, strokes, whatever. They still lived until they 80s, 90s, 100s. Don't forget that. Okay, this is where something I'm gonna go against what the gurus are saying. Because here's my belief. What you eat matters more than what you do. I mean, in terms of lifting weights, running, walking, whatever, swimming, cycling. What you eat matters more. My belief. I can't prove none of this stuff I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all my belief. Raw onions are so good. Y'all ever had a raw onion sandwich? Lord have mercy. What kind of stuff when you grow up eating? Raw onion sandwiches, tomato sandwiches, syrup sandwiches, yeah, all of that. I ate all of that. Drinking powdered milk and eating powdered eggs, did all of that. and survived. So, but I was also eating home cooked meals. I was also eating home cooked beans and cornbread, okay? Greens and cornbread, okay? Mac and cheese at home. When nobody going out to when nobody going to no restaurant. And now y'all got Uber Eats on y'all. You need to slow that roll, man. Do it for a special occasion. But slow that roll down because you end up paying double for what that food is normally cost. People say, "Oh my God, you eating sardines?" My son think I'm crazy. My sons think I'm crazy. Mom, ain't nobody trying to eat no sardines. I get it. I get it. And I'm not trying to force nobody into eating in there. I'm telling you they're good. And now that I know they got 50% of my vitamin D, baby, I'm definitely gonna keep eating them. All I need is a boiled egg. I'm kind of getting used to this live, y'all. I'm kind of understanding it a little bit better. Y'all bear with me now, okay? I'm in the learning phase. But I've done like 5 or 6 of them, and so I'm kind of understanding them a little bit better. And when I get better equipment, won't be no time soon. And when I get better equipment, they're gonna really be nice. I'm gonna really kick it up a notch. I hope. I got a better understanding. It starts with that. Better understanding. That's a good thing. Y'all also know, for the most part, old people ate the same thing over and over and over again. Did y'all realize that? They didn't eat the same thing on the same day over and over again, but for the most part, all the things that I just named, that was their diet. It was their diet. They had an occasional apple pie, occasional peach cobbler, occasional cake. One of their treats was really buttermilk and cornbread. Y'all ever had buttermilk and cornbread? It's actually pretty good. I just made some, I think a couple of years ago. I had some cornbread and I was doing a video about how my mama used to eat buttermilk and cornbread. And I tasted it. I never tasted it really before. It's actually not bad at all. Is it something I'm gonna crave? Probably not. But I got it because my mama used to eat it. And then I had an uncle who used to put sugar on it and eat it as a cereal. Hello. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Amazing. Life is amazing. And as you get older, you start reflecting on stuff like that. I know you young people not thinking about the stuff I'm talking about right now. I get it because when I was young, I wasn't thinking about it either. I understand. But I'm still going to share it for the record, for the next generation. Maybe it'll help somebody. So, these sardines were good. That was just 3 big sardines. In the King Oscar brand, you get about 12, 13 little ones. These are pretty big. These are pretty big. And I'm almost done. Sardines are gone. If I had a boiled egg, I could use that to sop up this sauce. Let's see. Sardines are gone. I brought me some beets to eat. I got 2 more I roasted some beets yesterday. I roasted some beets yesterday, but these are pickled beets, baby beets. See? Beets, to me, are my most favorite food in the world. My most favorite food in the world. I just don't believe anything this color, this vibrant, that can go through your whole digestive system. I believe it has to be good for you. Because your poo and your pee are going to come out with a red tint because you're eating beets. It's got to be a good vegetable for you. Got to be. And I'm telling you, your kids will eat them. The reason kids are not eating this stuff is because we're not giving it to them. Because we're tired. Because we overwork. Because we're stressed. Give them a chance, y'all. Give them a chance. Give them a chance, please. Give them a chance to feel good in their bodies when they're in their teens and 20s and 30s. And they got clean guts and clean colons. Give them a chance. And food is the chance, the right food. For the record, I am not a believer that you have to become a vegan to live healthy. I'm not. I believe that as bad as we produce meat, as horrible as we treat the animals in those factories and stuff, I believe that meat still has nutrients we need. I have no proof of this. This is what I believe. I told my mom I'm eating meat coming up. So I'm gonna always eat some meat. It has value to me. But I also understand that fruit and vegetables are the most important. The most important. That's why you saw me with that big old plate of salad. And a smaller plate of sardines. Gotta have the meat. For me. So the message is, if we're gonna be on these platforms sharing what we do, what we believe in, let's at least share vegans, vegetarians, and the people who eat healthy, trainers and physical therapists and nutrition. Share with the people with you eating some healthy food so it triggers some ideas. Nobody needs another recipe, really and truly. People need to see people in a normal setting doing what they do. Because I could have done all the stuff that I did today and just showed you a video of me making a salad. I can show you a video of me making some macaroni and cheese. I can show you a video of me making fried chicken. That didn't do anything for you other than say, ooh, that food looks good. But if you see me eating it, you know it's real. And that's what I think we need more of, to see people eating nutritious food. We don't see that enough. We don't. People talk about it a lot. They talk about it a lot, but we don't see it enough. And I think we need to see it. Now, one last thing I think I am going to have is this grapefruit. I told y'all a story yesterday about how I got traumatized by grapefruit from James Cagney in the movie. Baby, that movie traumatized me as a girl. When he smashed that grapefruit into that woman's face, I was was like, what the am I looking at as a child? What am I looking at? Yeah, that's my little trauma with grapefruit. They say that everything that happens to you as a child stays with you the rest of your life. That was one scene I will never forget. I'll put that right there. That was one scene I'll never forget. So you saw me eat vegetables today. You saw me eat a little meat today with the sardines. And now I'm gonna eat my fruit for today. I've got grapefruit, I've got a kiwi, and I'm always gonna eat a banana. I got a banana over there. I'll always eat a banana every day. Fruit is what I use as a substitute for me drinking. You didn't see me drink anything while I was eating. So I use fruit as my fluids after I finish my meal, and that quenches my thirst. And of course, I'm gonna drink some water later on today, or have me a cup of tea later on today. But I try to let the fruit be my water for me while I'm eating my meal. So let me drink up. Oh, that's so good. We have already eaten, hey Eddie, we've already eaten a fake Waldorf salad. I use curly kale, Honeycrisp apple, walnuts, celery, and instead of making a mayonnaise dressing, I made a honey and mustard dressing, but instead of using Dijon mustard, I use Coleman's mustard. Delicious. Delicious. I just finished eating a salad, and then I ate a can of sardines from Wild Planet, 3 large sardines in a can, with some crackers and raw onion, some sriracha, and some Frank's Red Hot. And now I'm quenching my thirst, not with water, I'm quenching my thirst with fruit. And I just finished eating a slice of grapefruit. And I'm getting ready to eat a kiwi. So that's kind of where I'm at with my meal. I know I eat a lot of food, y'all, and there's no denying that. I eat a lot of food. But I eat a lot of food all at one sitting. And I'm trying to eat a lot of food that's good for me. And even, believe it or not, I'm still trying to lose weight. I'm still trying to lose weight eating all this food. But as you notice, I don't have nothing fried on my plate. I don't have no French fries. I don't have no fried chicken. I don't have no fried fish, although I would love to eat all of that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have none of that on my plate. All the stuff, the salad is good. I just get a salad, like the salad and the fruit, and just take each other's out, because it's just water, y'all. Really and truly, it's just water with minerals. That's what they are. This is what water with minerals. Oh, God. If y'all ain't eating kiwi, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Y'all probably say she say that about everything she eat. She say that about everything she eat. Baby, but I love me some good food. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know I'm starting to see more people on all of these social media platforms say what I've been saying for years, that the people in the blue zones, one of the things that they ate from all over the world, a lot of, and I just said this earlier today, they ate a lot of beans. Y'all know I eat a lot of beans. They eat a lot of beans. Gotta figure out a way to eat more beans, y'all. I eat them in salads a lot. In the wintertime, I eat beans and cornbread, but We heading in the spring. I'm gonna eat them in salads a lot. Eat beans. Y'all remember that song? Beans, beans, good for your heart. Coming up as a child, the more you eat, the more you yep. But it goes back to childhood and what the mamas were giving us. And what they were giving us because they were poor. But come to find out, all the stuff they were giving us was good for us. Until the government found out. And that's when the government started jacking with food. Think about it. We were eating all healthy food, fresh from the garden and stuff. The animals were cool. Until they started coming out with, I don't know which one came out first, TV dinners or canned food. And that was the start of our decline with food. That was the start. They started, and then when they started changing, if you grew up like I grew up, y'all, if you grew up like I grew up, you know that the government cheese that you got free, with your food stamps, that was some of the best cheese on the planet. But they started jacking with that cheese too. And it ain't the same no more. But that government cheese, I'm talking about in the 60s, that government cheese was the truth until they started jacking with the animals. Okay? So it was like I said, I don't know which one came first. It was like TV dinners, canned food, jacking with the milk and jacking with the government cheese and eggs and stuff like that. And we've been on a steady decline since then. Probably half the fruit we eat, it's really not 100% natural fruit, really, when you come down to it. But we still gotta eat it. We still gotta eat the fruit. We still gotta eat the vegetables. So this has been for me, today has been a good live. Not because of me, but because what I got out of it, and I hope what I delivered to you guys. Y'all got to work out with me, and I really appreciate it, because sometimes when I have to lift those weights, I dread it so much. And just knowing that somebody was out there watching me made it easier for me. So I appreciate that. So I got through my weightlifting workout today because of you. And I appreciate that. I got me a whole plate, 2 cups, maybe even more than 2 cups of dark leafy green vegetables in me, in addition to some apples and some nuts and stuff like that. I got me some grapefruit in me. I got me some kiwi in me. I got me some sardines in me, which not only gave me some protein for the day, but also gave me some vitamin D for the day. And the only other thing that I got to do at this point is go on my 2-mile walk, which I enjoy. And the only reason I don't go live while I'm walking is because in my mind, I don't think it's right to film people's homes unless it's like something going on, it's a police scene or something like that. So as I'm walking through the neighborhood, I don't want to do that to people. So I decided not to go live while I'm walking, unless I'm in a park or something. If I'm in a park or something one day, I'll go live while I'm in the park. But I don't want to be walking through the neighborhood showing different people's houses and stuff. I don't want to do that. So that's what I got for y'all today. I thank you so much for joining me. I'm full, and I feel my gut feels clean. It really feels good. It doesn't feel heavy. I'm full, but it doesn't feel heavy. And I feel strong because I lifted a little bit of weights. And I thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, I don't know how often I'm going to do these. I don't know if they're going to be Monday through Friday. I don't know if they're going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know if they're going to be once a week, twice a week. I'm trying to find my footing right now on these. I think they're important because I think there's not enough people showing you what they're eating when they're trying to eat a nutritious meal. I think that's very important. So I'm going to continue to do that for right now until y'all tell me something different. But that's all I got for y'all. I want y'all to go out and make it a great day. I'm Val Taylor, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye now. Let's end this live. That was fun today. Thank y'all for showing up.